Then I'm listening to you, Your Honor, but that's not what happened, and I don't have a ride. I don't have an excuse. I don't have no vehicle, so what else am I supposed to do about that? You right about that. But the Tuesdays and all that and all the confusion, no, that is not a part of me. That's not my fault. I will.
Just stop talking. I gave you an opportunity to talk. So listen sometimes. You created the scenario because you tested positive. You were testing one time per week, and you decided to drink while you're on bond.
Alexis O'Neal missed several court-ordered drug tests and offered one constant excuse: everything was someone else's fault. She blamed her probation officer, the weather, and the court system itself. When Judge Perkins finally had enough of the blame shifting, his response was devastating.
SP 1715488 count 1 count 2, SP 17651 and Z8097851. Appearance for the record, please. I need to get that.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Edward Taylor, here on behalf of Alexis O'Neal. Ms. O'Neal, would you state your name for the record, please?
Alexis Nicole O'Neal.
All right.
This is a pre-trial, Your Honor. We'd like to sit these men for a bench trial.
All right. Good morning to you, ma'am. How is the testing going? Have you been testing?
Yes, yeah. She's been testing, but they wanted her to test twice, and that's making undue hardship because she doesn't have it.
What do you mean test twice?
Mrs. O'Neal, would you explain what you told me?
They wanted me to come down there twice a week. I was doing that. I had a ride set up. It's getting cold out now. All of a sudden, she told me to switch over to somewhere else out of the blue. It was Thanksgiving. I was trying to come in there and pee for her. She didn't even want me to come. She switched me to paying, which that wasn't no protocol I was told. She just said, just come down there to another building all of a sudden when I was just going down to 36 to pee for her twice after that. Like after the first time you told me to come once. So I'm like, what's going on now that you switching me over? And she said, I got to pay $15. I don't have no money.
I'm not really understanding that.
She switched me to another building.
Well, what's the difference what building you go to? If you can get down to the 36th District Court, then why can't you get down to the
I
other
can't. It was before. Now she's saying go down to another building and pay $15 when I wasn't supposed to do that. I don't have no money to pay $15 to go pee. That wasn't what I was told.
We're gonna, what do you mean? I don't understand you, ma'am. I really don't understand.
I don't understand.
I'm gonna get the probation department in here to get a better understanding and get.
That's what I was saying. She gave me a referral for somewhere, and I don't have no money to go down there. Or I don't have, like, what I've tried my best to get down there before. If I don't have a ride, I don't get it. And I was supposed to go twice to 36, and she's all of a sudden switched it, and that threw it off. I got my kids. I don't know what. She just is confused every time I go down there.
So we're going to take care of it, Ms. O'Neal. Calm down.
Let me pass it.
I'll come back, Your Honor.
Let's go back with Ms. Alexis O'Neal. Probation Officer O'Driscoll, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Jennifer, on behalf of the probation department.
Okay. Do you have Alexis O'Neal as one of your clients?
I do. She's currently under my supervision for pretrial.
Yes. So give us an update on what you have as far as how she's progressing.
So she was seen last in court on November 13th, and that's where she had those positive tests. You then referred her to possible readings for drug court, and then her testing was increased to twice a week as a condition of bond. And then she did test after that, and they were negative. And then she missed her test on December 2nd. She contacted me the day prior, had left a voicemail later that day, said she couldn't make it on the 2nd. I think she said she didn't have a ride. So she didn't test that Tuesday. So I called her back, told her that wasn't really an excuse, that she's still supposed to test here no matter what, that's what's required of her. She was pretty rude, pretty belligerent with me on the phone. So at that point, I said, fine, you don't need to test here anymore. You seem to be confused. And I referred her to ATS for her random testing per week. And that was to begin on the 4th of December. She stated she didn't have any money to get there. She didn't have any money to test there, that she couldn't do it. Basically, she attempted to readjust her attitude a little bit. Explained to her that I'll try to work with her, but she used to test here every Tuesday and Thursday. And that's what her instructions were before. And she was aware of that. So she didn't have any testing then that first week in December. I told her she needed to report then on Tuesdays and Thursdays. She was, if she was not going to test the ATS. She missed her test here on the 9th. And she again missed the test here on the 11th. So she has not tested since before Thanksgiving. Her last test would have been on, I do believe it was November 26th.
November 26th, Mr. Taylor. You got all that? Yes. All right, so there was initially, what I just understood is that she was only testing one time per week and then tested positive. So her tests were up to 2 times. She missed December 2nd, she missed December 9th, she missed December 11th. Hasn't tested since the 26th of November. And how many negative tests were there between the time her bond was increased, testing was increased?
Let's see here. November 18th was negative and November 19th was negative.
Okay.
And then that was, let's see here, I do believe, why did I print them? I'm looking for the other ones. So I know the
Let me ask you this: if you give her a date, I say 2 days a week. If you give her a Tuesday and a Thursday, how does that work for her? If she knows the date, then if you decide to drink, I'm not going to drink a couple of days before Tuesday or a couple of days before Thursday. How does that work? There's no randomness in that.
It is. I can still catch it if she drinks. It'll because of how long the testing works for with that urine testing, with the Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll still be able to catch. So say she drank on a Friday, I can usually catch that by a Tuesday.
All right, so now, what do you have to say about that? Now, you explain to me, Ms. O'Neal, first of all, let me say this. The fact that you can't make it, the fact that you don't have a ride, the fact that it's cold outside, it's no excuse, okay? So let's start with that. There's plenty of ways to get around. I know it's maybe expensive. You can catch the bus at the worst case scenario. All right. I'm not going to accept that as an excuse.
I have 3 kids, and I'm not. Can I talk or is my lawyer going to talk?
Well, you can talk or your lawyer can talk. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Part of the reason that she went testing, she didn't have the money. And she went down at this other place after she missed the Tuesday and Thursday. They would not test her without $15, and she didn't have it. And
but I understand that. But we go back to, I think before you got here, Ms. O'Driscoll says that, Ms. O'Neal became sort of belligerent with her about coming down here. So now just I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak, or your lawyer an opportunity to speak, but this is what I'm told. And then that's why it was sent to another location. Is that correct? Is that my understanding, Ms. O'Driscoll?
Yes, she was pretty belligerent on, it was 12/3 when I spoke with her, and then that's when I referred her to ATS and told her she can report there and do the random testing through ATS twice a week. And then
so and was that the reason why you told her that, or did you tell her that because she said she couldn't get down to the courthouse?
I told her that because she was pretty belligerent. She said she couldn't get here, so I referred her to a location that was closer to her. In order to get that, she said that she didn't understand my directions on multiple times after I told her Tuesdays and Thursdays. The only week that we differed was on the week of Thanksgiving because the court was closed on Thursday. I said, I told her my instructions multiple times. She didn't appear to understand them.
I'm just going to wait for my time to talk.
That's why I referred her then also to ATS. I said, well, you got to call a number every day. You call that number, they'll tell you when you got to come to test.
What happens if a person can't pay? What does the court do?
Well, then she could test here on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay. And why do you just keep on talking? You just said you're going to wait until you get a chance, right? Can I get an understanding of what's going on, please?
Yes, sir.
Because this is kind of the attitude that she's talking about. I felt it when you first started to talk to me. All right.
No.
So it's for somebody that can't afford to test. There are things in place for that individual. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now go ahead, Ms. O'Neal.
Okay, sir, that was not what she just said was not true. That's why I was waiting on my lawyer to say. I wasn't even saying anything to her. I told her I came down there. Then when I got on the phone with her, she said, well, you could have peed that day. I'm like, you specifically told me just because I missed that day and I don't have no car. She know that I've been trying. Now I really don't have no way down there. And then she said, well, since you missed it, I'm going to put it in as a miss. And then since you missed it, I'm going to just make you go down there. I'm like, that wasn't what I was told to do. I was trying. I said, so you're going to make me miss it? I did. I called you and told you about it. Then after that, you just like, oh, whatever, just go down to ATS. So I did not say anything out the way to her, but that I had to miss that day. And I came in just to get that referral. She changed it just because how she felt, not because of me, sir. That was not me. I've been trying my hardest. That's what I tried to tell her, and she doesn't understand. Then she tells me Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And I said, ma'am, that's not what you said. You said, no, she told me, yep, she said Tuesdays, Wednesdays. That's not what I said. I said Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm like, I've been coming down there regardless. I've been trying. So what is the difference if I miss that day? I don't get it. It's just confusing, and I got kids. That's all.
It definitely makes a difference if you miss that day. It definitely makes a difference. We have to monitor the fact that you kind of created the scenario yourself first. Just stop talking. I gave you an opportunity to talk.
Mm-hmm.
So listen sometimes. Mm-hmm. You created the scenario because you tested positive. You were testing one time per week, and you decided to drink while you're on bond. So you got you got it up to 2 times. So you need to blame yourself for that. Secondly, if it does make a difference which day you come in, because you have to be able to detect it, and it's only so far that you can go back to be able to detect somebody drinking. So it absolutely makes a difference. That's why I asked Ms. O'Driscoll, why is it if you test only on Tuesdays and Thursdays, where is the randomness in it? And she indicated to the court that she can still check, she can still find out from that many days later. I didn't know she can find out from that many days past. So Mr. Taylor, let you speak.
Yeah, Your Honor. Since it was a misunderstanding and my client does not have the funds, I would hope that we could get back on the schedule and she could come down here on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Well, we're going to definitely continue the testing, but we need to make sure that you understand, ma'am, that you're going to have to find a way to do it.
Okay, can I talk or when I'm just don't understand because I just all over the place. I'm not trying to be rude, but you saying it's not a difference. If I was trying and I already don't have a right, and you saying okay, it's my fault. I am going through this. I'm trying to get through it. What's the difference between the two? I'm still coming between, and I did positive. So how is that? Like everything just getting through at me. Like forget what I'm saying. That's it.
I'm not forgetting what you're saying. I listened to what you said. You just didn't listen to what I said. I guess.
No, I'm listening to everything and then she's not saying what happened. Then I'm listening to you, Your Honor, but that's not what happened, and I don't have a right. I don't have an excuse. I don't have no vehicle, so what else am I supposed to do about that? You right about that. But the Tuesdays and all that and all the confusion, no, that is not a part of me. That's not my fault. I did not test positive, so I don't even get no results for that. I just get everything just whatever threw in my face. I don't get no for trying nothing. I don't. That does condemn me.
You don't get anything for trying. You don't.
I don't. But I'm still coming though.
That's the way it is. You missed 3
I was
tests.
not positive.
You missed 3 tests.
I was not positive those last times, and my lawyer told me.
Well,
Well, can I talk? Okay.
How do I know that?
Okay.
How do I know that?
How do you know what, sir? Every time I come to court, I'm here. Then I just get everything just threw in my face. If I don't try, then you're going to say that's my fault too. Like I said, she's making everything difficult for me with no car. Say, okay, that's your fault, you missed. I still came down there to get wherever the referral she got. And I came down there with a ride and was willing, still came, then she changed it to $15. If I need, what am I? I'm still not going to have a way to do it. I don't have it. I have 3 kids and y'all know it.
Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start back testing twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday, here at the court. That way, if you don't have the money, then let Ms. O'Driscoll know. The ride, you're going to have to secure a ride Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay? I'm not going to accept any more missed tests from you. All right? And I'm definitely not going to accept any more positive tests from you. You're putting, what you're doing is you're trying to place the blame on Ms. O'Driscoll or the court or something of your actions. Now, I'm not saying that you're guilty of this allegation of drunk driving. I am saying that you violated the terms of the bond by pleading, by drinking during the course of the bond. So that's your actions. You did that. Had you stayed not drank during the course of this, it would have been 1 time per week, and we wouldn't really be here about this. So don't point and deflect that. She did not make you drink. Nobody did. You made that choice yourself, okay? So if you make the choice again, then we're gonna have even more problems.
I already got problems. This is a problem. This is. I did not test positive the last 2 times. That's what y'all not realizing. She's making it difficult, not me. Okay.
Mr. Taylor, I think you just need to speak with your client now.
Please.
I think you need to speak with your client. What are we gonna do? Trial date?
Yes, sir. We just want a bench trial date next year.
The trial date is gonna be January the 12th, 2026 at 9 a.m. I'm done. I hope you heard what I said, Ms. O'Neal. I wish you a safe, happy holiday season, and I really think you need to speak to your attorney, and you can get a better understanding. I think I hope Mr. Taylor knows where the court is at with this. I think everybody's heard what you've had to say, and I think you're still a little bit misguided now. All right?
I will talk to you.
Have a safe, happy holiday season. I know you're stuck. Everybody is. We'll be praying that whatever else you're going through, you'll get through it. I'm sure that you will. But this here, so a lot of things some of the things that we go through, we create ourselves. This testing the testing, you created this yourself.
So I'm not trying to disrupt you. You keep saying the testing. If I miss a day, then what? Then I got court. I just need to talk to my lawyer.
Don't do it later on.
You do.
I will.
All right, Ms. O'Neal, have a safe, happy holiday season. I'll see you back January 12th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, you too.
Yes. Thank you, Ms. O'Driscoll.
You're
On Monday, early on Monday.